Welcome to Q101's First Listen. I'm Lauren O'Neill with my very special guest, Sam Loeffler from Chevelle.
Hey.
Hi.
Everything's good today, right?
Everything's great today. We just premiered a brand new Chevelle song, the first in over 4 years.
Yeah, feels heavy.
It feels super heavy. And I really want to get into all of this, but I will tell you, this seems to be the way you guys plot and plan these albums, and tell me if it's forward thinking in advance that you're going to have 4 years to tease us on social media with little clips and where we think we're getting it soon.
Yeah.
And then we just keep waiting.
I mean, that was legitimately it not being done. Like, we thought it was going to be done, and it's like, it's not done. We got to fix this. And we were even into putting some music out to our label, and then we wrote new choruses. And they're like, wait, this isn't even the same song now.
Who is doing that? You'd get the song done, it's you, it's Pete, it's Kimball, and then all of a sudden it's, let's just try something different.
Oh, that's Pete. Yeah. He's 100% in it. I think it is, for the most part, the thing about music is it just takes a long time to write something good. It has happened that somebody's come up with something really good really quickly, and it was just like this stroke of genius. But I think that's rare. I think you have to work on songs a long time to make them good.
And you guys are always working.
Yeah, I mean, he certainly is. I'm just partying. That's what I do.
Sam's just along for the ride.
Just along for the ride.
Thanks, Pete.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's get right into it. We'll talk about new album, new music, the tour just announced, and how you can score your tickets. But first, Rabbit Hole. All right, I always wonder, when do you decide you add in the parentheses? Parenthicals?
So this song, the way it worked out was there's two songs that are about the same thing, but we wrote two songs about it. And since they were the same thing, they're very different songs, but they're the same subject, right? Okay. Which would be, talk about a rabbit hole could be anything, right? It could be about a conspiracy. It could be something in your education. It could be, literally anything. So the first one, which is Rabbit Hole Cowards Part 1, is about kind of like one part of the rabbit holes, and the second song is about a completely different part of rabbit holes. Yeah, but they completely relate to each other, and when you hear the title of the second song, you'll see why.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not about an actual rabbit hole, though, right?
It's not.
Okay, just to be clear. No. All right, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
I'm so ready. I love this band so much. I know you're standing right here, but I'm just going to say it. I love Chevelle. Here we go. Chevelle, Rabbit Hole, Cowards, Part 1.
I still have the radio in my...
Oh, we broke the headphones. Stand by. Take 2. All right. Chevelle, first new music in 4 years. God, I'm like...
Yeah.
Are you nervous? Why am I nervous?
I don't know. I've heard it a lot of times, so...
Oh, well, for 4 years.
Yeah.
How many rewrites with this one was?
Like 4.
Okay. All right.
Which is the least amount.
It's amazing. All right, here we go. Damn, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you guys guitarists by any chance?
No, I mean...
Well, I think so. It's kind of interesting. So I think it's called hammer-on, which is the effect of lifting off the fretboard. Yeah. So this song has that bounce, right? Without actually being, without the drums playing that bounce, right? I think that's what we were going for, and that's what sort of I think that's what inspired the song as a whole, was that hammer-on effect.
I love that. Is that how this song started? Was just the guitar line?
Yes. Yeah, for
Cool.
sure. And I guess in talking about it, this is what we sound like when we're playing instruments. So this is completely instruments, no, there's nothing else. It's just microphones.
No goats in the background.
No goats. It's microphone, a preamp, and an instrument, a guitar.
Fucking rock and roll, dude.
But it sounds, I don't know, it just sounds a little bit different, I think.
For you now?
I just think it sounds different than music right now.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Chevelle has always, and I'm talking for decades, carved your own unique sound.
Yeah,
Like-
we've been trying to do that.
And you've done it. Congratulations. Here we are.
Yeah.
But ever since I started in radio, when you hear Chevelle, oh, that's Chevelle. Like, there's no doubt. Ever.
Yeah. I mean, and that's good, but it's funny, too, in listening to this, too, because when you listen to something that you've been working on for so long, everything else before that is crap now. Right? And this will be crap in 2 years.
Aw. This will never be crap. Is this the final version, though? Should we know that before we get
This
back
is the
in?
final version.
Okay, sure.
It's out there.
Do you want to phone a friend? Or?
The baby has been pushed out into the street,
All right.
as we say.
I love this baby. Here we go. There he is.
Is it evidence clashing with confidence? Don't give him an inch. It's just words.
My favorite line.
How you meddling to catfish the government? The final abyss. I heard a change has begun. How can't cowards your fevers evolve? The dam has fallen over. They've weakened your walls, except the new
All right, I feel like there's going to be a huge breakdown here.
Yeah.
Can I tell you how intimidating it is to try to air drum next to this guy? And I can't stop doing it?
This video is kind of fun too, because it's a lyric video. I think is important because what Pete's saying is there's so much content to it, and I think you have songs all different kinds of ways, right? You have
Yeah.
things that are just sort of like flighty and fun to say, and or you have big ideas, and this is kind of what that is. But at the same time, it's been important to us to maintain that whole thing where the bridge is another song. We call it song within a song,
Ooh.
which is why we have the big bridges. That's why some of the other bands that we all like have these big musical bridges and stuff, because it's just another place to go. And so we did that in this song. So it's just a musical part. So Pete likes to leave space between lyrics. He doesn't like to sing over every single thing. Sometimes there's a point in a song, or a song, that it really needs that, right?
Sure.
But as a whole, he tries to leave that space to be musicians.
Yeah.
Get that word out.
I love that you guys will always prioritize a guitar solo, a drum
Yeah.
solo.
Yeah.
You know?
We do try to make that fun for people, because it is, at the end of the day, I think rock music is probably essentially somebody finding an instrument, a guitar, drums, whatever, and like learning that when they're young in their garage, in their bedroom, or whatever. And that's sort of the basis for rock music, I think. Let's give them something to play.
Down inside the longest rabbit hole.
I had to guess what blood type your brother is, I would think it's riffage positive. Wait, where do these riffs come? They just come out of his pores. How does he have so many riffs?
It's funny too, because that bridge alone will go through so many iterations of finding the right thing, right? It's just time and pressure.
Ugh, and pedals, lots of pedals, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Change has begun. I won't give in to cowards. Your favors evolve. The dawn has fallen over. They weaken your walls. Accept the don't accept what you
I'm so happy right now.
Yeah, we're pretty happy with it.
Damn, dude. Oh,
Did you notice that one of the inspirations for the is System of a Down?
really?
Yeah, because he would do that. Remember how he'll do that? He'll just kind of go that whole thing.
Yeah.
And it was one of the things that we picked out that we liked in a song.
Wow.
I mean, homage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of the greatest also playing Chicago soon. So let's talk. You got an Aragon date, one of our favorite places to see Chevelle in the entire world. Asking Alexandria, Dead Poet Society,
Yeah.
August 15th. Tickets are officially on sale now, q101.com. Do not miss this show. Or anywhere Chevelle's going to be. If it's anywhere in your vicinity, make the travels.
Yeah, the Aragon's a special place.
Yeah.
We've done some cool things there. We've seen a lot of cool shows there.
What's your favorite show you ever saw at the Aragon that you weren't on stage for?
So many. I'm trying to make sure that this is right. Hum played with. Who were they with? I can't remember who was who.
Hum's
but
from the Burbs, right?
they're from like
Just
Champaign, right?
Yeah.
I think something like that.
Yeah.
And it was when I think the album was "You'd Rather Be an Astronaut."
Okay.
I think that was what it's called. And I think they were playing with Bush.
Huh.
Yeah, and Bush was closing, and we went to see that show, and I remember just being blown because that guy had a guitar tone that was otherworldly.
Yeah.
Yeah, really cool band. They put out an album about 2 years ago that was really good too.
How were you
Yeah.
at that show?
How old was I?
Uh-huh.
Oh God, I don't know. I would have been, yeah, probably 23-ish, 24,
Little
25.
baby Sam, did you make it into the pit? Is there even a mosh pit at a Hum show?
I don't know.
feel like
I
there's
think
one at-
back then there was always.
Yeah.
Yeah, it still is pretty much. Our
Yeah.
shows always have them too.
Well, yeah, that's a must.
Yeah, but that was definitely. That was. I mean, I've seen so many shows.
I
over
know
the
it's hard to
years,
keep
right?
track of. See, that's the thing. We're bitching because there's too many shows in August. Okay.
Yeah.
And I realize first world problems. It's an embarrassment of riches in this fine city that we live in. That all the bands come here,
Yeah.
and especially in the summer, because there's nowhere like
Yeah.
Chicago in the summer. But you just got to suck it up. This is what we train for, man. You stretch, you hydrate, you get to the damn show.
Yeah, that's what you do.
Buy the ticket.
You know,
Take
this
the
is
ride.
kind of a funny remembrance, but years ago we saw 30 Seconds to Mars there, and we've known Jared and Shannon forever. So they invited us to come to the show, and we sat. You know how there's that area stage left up there, right? So we sat up there, and that show, those kids were so. They just love him so much, right? He could do anything, and they were just like, "He's come on." And everybody just loved him
Yeah.
so much, and we
They-
had a really good time. But he called us out during, and I had been drinking, so I stood up. I stood up, like, and he's like, "I can't." From the stage, he's like, "I can't believe you stood up." He was making fun of me. I loved it. I was down.
Did you get on stage with him?
No. I
Oh.
was just up there, and they shined the light up on me because I stood up, and Pete was like, he's like ducking down. I can't believe you stood
Miss
up.
America, Sam's just.
That's literally what I did because I was drinking. And that's what you do.
I love that.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for the new music, new album.
Yeah. I mean, yes. I don't have a date,
Okay.
but
Do we have a name?
I don't have that either.
What do you have for me, Sam? Part 2? You
I
get part 2
definitely
soon?
have part 2.
All right.
Yeah, I'd love to play part 2 for you if you guys want to hear it, but we can't do it on,
Okay.
yeah.
Sorry. You'll have to
But I'll
catch it on the
explain to
next
you.
time.
Yeah.
All right, I'm down.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
If you missed Sam with Brian and Kenzie this morning, I will link the podcast below. Let me know what you want to hear next time for First Listen. Like and subscribe. And we'll see you next time. Thanks, Sam.
Anytime.
You're the best. Oh, I just whacked you.
No.